It is my first ever video on this channel. And tonight I have decided that I want to try and finish a horror book in one night. Now, here's the thing. I wasn't after popular horror books. I just wanted to get one that was small enough that I know that I can read over the span of one night or over the span of one evening. Yesterday, I went to Waterstones and I looked in the horror section, and I wasn't going to look up any reviews. I wasn't going to look up what horror books are the best horror books. I just wanted to pick one that was short enough that I know that I can read in one night, and one that looked up my street. Anyway, I'm browsing the shelves, I'm looking around, and boom, I see babysitter. I'm like, I am intrigued. I've been a babysitter a few times, and I really think that there's a very scary concept about someone being in someone else's house. And so, boom, I pull it out. What is the first thing I see when I pull out this book? You guys, it literally says on the front of this book, it says the Jordan Peele of horror literature. I hear Jordan Peele and I'm in love. I hear Jordan Peele, you got me. I hear Jordan Peele, and now the book is in my house. My favourite horror books are Misery and The Shining. My favourite movies are Get Out, Us, and Nope. Those are just some of the greatest movies ever. There's no denying this is the perfect book for me tonight. So we are in for a good read. I haven't even said the name of the book. I'm so sorry. I just went straight to Jordan Peele. The name of the book is The Babysitter Lives. This is by Stephen Graham Jones, and it just looks so intriguing. There's a spider on the front, and I'm petrified of spiders, so we're just gonna get over that. We're gonna try and keep this spoiler free. Let's get into it. Okay, I've already gone into the book. I've already read a few chapters, and I'm very excited to let you guys know what I think so far. I have made a cup of tea. I would like to make an announcement. My brothers and my dad are literally right next door watching football. So if you guys can hear anything, that's them. So I have started it on my Kindle. I will probably bring the paperback in again. I feel like I can get through books faster on a Kindle, although I do have the paperback because I also love a paperback, guys. Thoughts so far on the book? Honestly, it's giving pretty normal. There's nothing that's scary right now. Actually, that's such a lie. There's a Jack in a Box. There's a few things that were mentioned that I'm like, this is definitely going to come up later on in the book, but currently I'm not scared. I got introduced to Charlotte, who is the babysitter. She's a high school student. She's doing her SATs in the morning. Girl, I don't know what Charlotte's up to. I don't know why she's taking a babysitting gig right before her SATs, which I believe is GCSEs or like major exams in the UK. If I was Charlotte, I would be revising. But then again, I was someone that needed to revise, whereas Charlotte's all good. Charlotte seems like she's got it all handled. We've got the parents who are giving her all of the instructions, and they have left her now alone with the kids. Let's keep it going and keep reading. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that will type up rain pouring down the window of New York, the sound of rain. The sound of rain and reading a good book at night is just everything, especially New York, guys. I mean, there are so many of these videos that I'm looking at right now, and there's so many to choose from. This is weird. The twins, I don't know whether I like them. I mean, I know they're only 6 years old, but they are hiding things. They know things that they are not telling Charlotte about, and it's annoying me so much. I'm obviously trying not to spoil anything here, but there is this very odd energy about them. And I'm not saying they're the ones that are bad, but I'm just saying they know a lot. They're not being direct, like at all. I don't expect 6-year-olds to be direct about things like this. I know that a lot might be going on in their imagination, or maybe they think that it's their imagination. And as we know from a lot of horror films, I feel like kids are the absolute worst because they are so like nonchalant with things when the adults are like, what did you just say? It's like they know something and I don't like it. Well, they do know something. Correction, they do know something. Energy is just weird. The writing is really well done, and I do feel like it's very flowy. Like I'm able to just fly through it without having to try and wake myself up, because it is 10:30. I have not been reading at night lately, which is so weird, and maybe another reason why I've challenged myself to do this. I do find that when the lights are off and when you're in bed and you're alone and there's like nothing going on and you're just reading, I could read a page and then fall asleep, no matter how good the book is. Yeah, that is one reason why I'm down here. It is gotten very creepy, creepier than I did think it would get. I'm not scared, I'm just creeped out. Like I'm just weirded out. Of course, like I am scared, but at the same time, it's more weird and it's just more, oh my god, is this really happening? Be warned, if you do not like spiders, which I do not like spiders. If you do not like spiders, do not read the book. We love that. If you are at all squeamish, have a fear of spiders, anything to do with eyes, be warned, do not read the book. Can't really act stupid and act like I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I did want a scary book, and eyes, spiders, creepy, weird stuff. Just maybe don't pick it up. It's like a wild. Oh my god. That scared me. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I did go upstairs. I had a little clean up in my room and I listened to about an hour on audio on about 2 times speed, because I just wanted to see how fast I could kind of get through it. And I have gone quite the way in. I'm definitely feeling sleepy, that is for sure. I'm definitely tired. I was a little bit spooked earlier and I think I still kind of am. I've turned on a lot of the lights going on over there. Any dark corner of the house that I see, I am spiraling slightly, but getting a lot more history of the house and the stories. There is something that happened there years ago that is quite terrifying and very horrible and sad, and that's being obviously brought up a lot. Just kind of watching Charlotte piece it all together. Okay, you guys, it's coming up to midnight and I'm going to put my Kindle down for a bit. I am going to put the audiobook on my iPad while I get on with some multitask, and hopefully this will kind of wake me up a bit, because I can definitely feel myself getting a bit more sleepy. I'm just a bit spooked. The plan will hopefully be after maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours of Audible, I will be down to the last few chapters and I can read that on the physical book. So yeah, that's the plan, and wish me luck. Hopefully I'm able to do this. See you in a bit. You guys, I have finished the book. I have gotten to the end of the book. I can't even tell you how tired I am, and I can't even tell you how I really want to go upstairs. I feel as though the audiobook helped me out there and gave me that push that I needed. I don't think that I would have been able to finish this book without listening to a bit of the audiobook. I think I was more spooked reading the book. Of course, when you listen to a book on 2 times speed, it's very hard to kind of get the creepiness of it. All I can say is I'm glad that I have finished it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. So overall, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 stars, and that's not bad. That's not too bad. It was a scary book. Maybe not in the way that I wanted it to be. If you were after a book that has lots of atmosphere, you will get it, and especially the creepy atmosphere, it really does bring that to the table, and I definitely felt like I was in the house with them. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily the best horror book I've ever read. I also don't know whether this is a book that I'm going to be thinking about for a while. I just think it was so creepy that I just don't want to go there, which also can be seen as a really good thing, and could also be seen as like job well done, like the author spooked me, I never want to see this again. I do feel like I could perhaps be giving mixed emotions here, so I do apologize. It's probably how tired I am. My tiredness is getting in the way of my end review, and I might wake up in the morning, I might love this book, I might be like, why did I give it a 3 stars? I don't know. But the book is chaotic, genuinely chaotic, to the point where there is so much going on, and there are so many random and scary and disturbing things that happen inside this book that I just feel like, did I read that? Was that a bit of a fever dream? I think that's what it feels like. This book feels like a fever dream already. And like, I've literally finished it 2 seconds ago. If you've read this book, let me know your thoughts down below, because I would really like to know what other people thought of this book. And be looking on Goodreads and Fable and just all of the book apps to see what other people thought of this book. There are so many times in life where I spend about a week, maybe even longer than a week, deciding what book I'm going to read next. And my TBR is so long that like it always has to be from one of the books that I've wanted to read for a while. But it's just sometimes so nice to pick up a book that you've never heard of before, and I do advise you guys to do it because it's fun and it's different. I am incredibly tired now, guys, so I am going to go to bed. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end of this video. It is my first ever video, so I thank you so much for even wanting to hear me out on a book review. If you want to see more like this, then please subscribe, because it would mean the world to me for the future and things like that. I am a romance girly, I am a thriller girly, as I said, and a bit of a horror girly sometimes. Posting more soon. Thanks so much for watching. I love and appreciate you all. Bye bye.